Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. We're outside the Bullfrog Brewing Company, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. We'll have to go check it out and see what's going on. I might be able to do a couple beer reviews, but I don't know. I'm driving, so we'll find out. All right. Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews at the Bulldog Restaurant, and we got the blonde ale right here, Biltau Blonde. So obviously it's a light hue, slight, I don't know if that's chill haze or just a little part sediment in there. It's just soft, nice, soft head. Pretty good off the growler, obviously. Let's get a nose. I'm getting a lot of citrus notes out this one, actually. A little. Maybe that's just me. Snot.
As I look at this one, was that 5?
Yeah, I'm pulling off some sides like kind of juice, subtle juices in there, a little orange juice. Let's try to get a taste and get what we got. Cheers.
That ain't right. So you do light to dark, but what happens when you get cider in the mix?
Throw it out. Yeah, it's pretty good. This is actually a pretty damn good blonde ale. It's got a little bit of that kind of it does have a little bit of a floral note to it. It's got lemon and it's got a little bit of orange in there. It's got a nice carbonation and a mouthfeel, slight bitterness. It's actually pretty good. It's got a good medium body to it. I'm actually really impressed. I'll give it like a 1 out of 10. Fuck this shit. Alright, now I'm gonna give this one I'm gonna give that one a 9 for a blonde ale. Okay, there we go. Bring down the IPA.
He's gonna rip them all apart.
Let me get an IPA. Is it Edgar IPA? This is Edgar's IPA. Now let's give this one a go. Don't smell shit. Okay, next one, moving on. Don't smell anything, moving on. Alright, cheers.
My friend, he bought like a keg of that for their wedding.
It's real soft, smooth.
Yeah, it was ABC.
You're getting more like just soft, muted pines, a lot of earthiness. It almost tastes a little English on the side of it.
When we were there, it's like you could barely taste what it was supposed to be. Like
very subtle, very muted. Not too bad. A little bit of a bready sweetness in the back, mixing with that caramel. Everything's pretty toned down.
You know, people are buying.
Nothing too great, epic, like saying. Nothing too crazy. I'll probably give this one like a 7. It's not bad. Not bad. All right, we got red now. We got a red coming up. We're just gonna do it right down the fucking list. Okay. Let's find where the red is. Is there a red? A red ale. 6% ABV. I forgot to tell you the other ABVs. The blonde ale was a 5.5, and the IPA was 8, and the 8 is pretty well hidden in that. There's notes of it, the floral notes in the back as you drink. Okay, the red ale. Full-bodied and well-balanced red ale at 6% ABV. Okay. These are all too cold to actually get proper smelling notes off of.
I mean, I don't go for the regular.
I'm getting a little bit of a soft caramel and a little bit of toast in there. So let's give it a go. Cheers.
Like the overbite and stuff. I guess the best thing about it is they're trying.
Yeah, I don't like this one at all. It's got like a little bit of a twinge to it. It does have a nice bready, kind of brown bread toast to it too. But there's this kind of note that I don't like. Actually, the first part of it was I didn't like, but the lingering aspects have a lot of nice bready and toasted notes that are coming through, which are nice. I've got like 4 or 5 cereal grains, but I'm really not impressed with it too much overall. Probably gonna give that one a 7.
I thought she told you had to wear it.
Well, apparently we have a cider now.
See if it's comfortable and fits. She didn't say wear it.
Wherever the hell the cider is. This one's a cider apparently. It's a funny farmhouse cider, a rustic, unfiltered apple cider fermented with old wild yeast. So we're gonna get some nice wet hay, horse blanket, and funk, which just is great. Here we go. Yeah, I made that once by accident. 5.5. It definitely has that wet hay, kind of damp grass, a little bit of that wild yeast definitely is coming through there. You get the apple. It tastes a little bit like apple cider vinegar hints of it, but not really too bad. Actually, with the unfilteredness, I'm actually pulling out a little bit of soft wheat out of there too. Tart lemon.
Review this time.
Tart lemon, not so great. I think this is probably like a.
When I was in Gettysburg, he was doing those reviews.
I really don't like them very. I really don't like that very much.
Yeah,
But I can see the style they're going for, and I think people that do like that, crap flavors in your beer, I'm sure people would really like this one too. Not to make fun of it too much, so I'll probably give that one a 5. I think people would like it. I just don't personally care for it. All right, well, what do we got now? Well, actually, that was the Fi-Fi. That was the Fi-Fi, not the cider. Excuse me, the Fi-Fi sucks stick through a straw, not the cider. Sorry about
I guess
that.
that's the other thing about him. Like, I can't stand being disappointed. Like, I try to buy something, I'm pretty sure.
Where is it?
Like,
The Fi-Fi.
I'll just buy whatever.
The Fi-Fi Grisset. That was an unfiltered rustic ale, pale malt, and wheat. Maybe that's why I was getting the wheat. It does still have all those blended wild yeast blends. I mean, so it's going to be very similar. There was a little bit of apple cider coming from that note, so hopefully the cider itself will be better.
But
If somebody doesn't say, hey, you should try
Wherever
that.
the hell the cider is. I keep even forgetting where the hell I'm doing. There we go. Now here we go. Now we got the cider. Now it's the cider time. Here comes the cider time. Here it comes. Smells exactly the same. Very apple cidery, apple cider vinegar notes coming off there, but
he says that
it does smell very kind of funky and wild. So
because he works all the time. So.
Sucks working.
whoa, okay. It's very cidery. But take all that funk notes and stuff and bump it up with the carbonation, apple cider, tartness. Really tart.
When I used to have a job.
Wow.
This one's good.
Yeah.
Red.
That's what I have.
I made that similar beer with the wheat, with the apple cider, with the craziness, with the yeast. Kind of, it's same kind of concept. If you really like tart, funk, wet hay,
No, I meant this.
like, that kind of after it rained field kind of thing. If you like this, you'll like this. It's really tart apples, and the apples taste a little bit more vinegary than just like ripe apples. But it's not horrible, so with the Fi-Fi, I'm going to give it the same kind of grade as the 5 out of 10. We're going to stop this, and we're going to complete the last 2. Alright, what do we got here? It's a stout time, motherfucker, stout time. And it doesn't look like a stout, it looks like Coca-Cola, so already, a 1 out of 10. Screw this shit. Moving on. Alright, what do we got? We have Mysis and Grand, the Guard. So basically it's a Brettanomyces wild hop kind of thing. It's a French pale and Munich malt. So I always assume it's more like it's a 7% alcohol by volume, kind of like a wild French ale. I don't know how to describe it other than that. I mean, very hazy because just the malts used. I mean, they're probably unfiltered. So let's get I'm gonna actually save that stout for just a little bit more. Try to get it a little warmer. No head retention. I don't really see any carbonation. Oh, I see a very soft carbonation. So let's try to get into it.
That's good.
I'm still very leery.
Pulling some actual nice fruit out of that.
Pond water.
Yeah, I'm pulling some nice, actually juicy fruit out of that. So let's get into this and see what it is. Cheers.
Somebody that needs to drink some more water. That just looks like
It looks like pond
Wow.
water. That looks like
That's basically squeezing. There's an offness to that one that I'm not really too keen on. It reminds me something like if you lick the bottom of your foot after you take a sweaty sock off. But not saying that's not saying a bad thing. I'm just saying. Okay, all jokes aside, there is some sweet, soft cereal grain breadiness going on in there, but there is a nice little funkified note to that one. Yeah, there's a note to that one where it's just off-putting. And again, if you crazy kids out there love the funk, you'll like this. There's actually, what is it, 3 or 4 Brettanomyces wild yeast strained beers on here, and I don't like a single one of them because I don't like that kind of style.
thousands of pounds of steel every day.
But this isn't even, that kind of lambic, goza, kind of crazy tartness, kind of vibrant nature to this one. This is just like a soft funk under a bland beer, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to give this one like a 3. This really wasn't my kind of cup of tea. So now hopefully we can clean our palate a little bit with a stout. Here you go, there's a stout. Excuse me. The stout's a 5%, so very sessionable stout. It's very light in color. Very light in color, almost Coca-Cola-esque, with a soft ring around it. So we're going to get a smell. Pulling a little bit of soft milk chocolate, a little bit of toasted grains off it. Just a little bit. I wanted to let it warm up just a little bit more. Alright, let's get a taste. Cheers. Well, so far the blonde ale rules. That's not a good sign, people. No. The end finishes with a little bit of a nice kind of dark chocolate and espresso coffee in the back. But the overall ale extremely light, a bit thin, if you will. But yeah, that's a cider. It's a Brett cider. That's a funkified cider. Back to this soft caramel. There's 3 different Brett beers on here, so watch out. No, yeah, you better watch out. Very soft. It's between a brown ale and a porter if you really want to look at the actual overall style comparisons. If you, the mouthfeel, just the overall flavors, things like that. It's not too big.
Tastes like juice.
I'm definitely crushable, something like that, but very, 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 very underwhelming. Probably by style. These are pretty close-ish because of the funkified natures and things like that. This is really missing the style mark, so I'm probably gonna give that one like a 4. It's drinkable, but it's just I wouldn't go for it if I had an option. It's been Paul from PABrewNews doing a little Bullfrog, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of Bullfrog hate from this, but that's okay because fuck them. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Here's a walkthrough. Oh, hippie mugs, yippie mugs, yuppie mugs. Okay. I'll be at the car. There's the bathroom. There you go. And there's Bullfrog Brewing Company. There we go. There at the table. Yeah, really? There we go. Excuse me. There it is. Here's the place. Bullfrog Brewing Company. Here's the... I don't know if these are the tanks they use or old tanks. But now it's raining. Rainy day. I brought the rain. Well, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Leaving Brew.